Back in the year 2009, a new nation formed, the nation of Padamyawaka, a civil union between cats and humans brought together by the royal wedding of Princess Dana of Darlinia and Prince Roni of the Tabby Kingdom. The couple's love story was similar to most. They saw each other at the watering hole between their kingdoms and immediately bonded over their love of democracy, freedom of speech, and catnip. After countless hours of delegation, hundreds of couches scratched to pieces, and water bottles sprang until the wells were dry, their people found peace, and Padamyawaka was created. But now the young couple was faced with a new task. How would their new government be structured? Queen Dana was concerned. She sought counsel from her husband, a true diplomat. King Roni, how will we make our government inclusive and governing of all territories, but still allow the separate regions within Padamyawaka to maintain their power as well?
Well, my dear, how about federalism, my fair little kitten?
What the meow mix is federalism, my king?
Well, you see, dear, federalism is a system of government which a written constitution divides power between a central or national government and several regional governments. A few of our fellow Earthlings have adopted this style of government for themselves, such as the USA, Canada, Germany, Argentina, and Australia.
Well, I like the sound of that, but how will we make sure the fat cats, no offense, and the federal government won't overpower the regional governments, like the Munchkin tribe or the single old ladies' parish?
Easy, my queen. We will put our provisions in our new constitution. Let's take a look at the United States Constitution and take a few notes on how their founding fathers established federalism. You see, they established the powers of federal government through what they call delegated powers. These powers are either express, implied, or inherent to the national government through the Constitution. Let's start with express powers. These are powers specifically stated in the Constitution, like Article 1, Section 8. And how about implied powers? Well, they're implied. Do you know what that word means, my dear?
I'm not so sure.
No worries. Implied powers are those reasonably suggested in the Constitution, like Clause 18 of Article 1, Section 8, the Necessary and Proper Clause, which basically states Congress has the power to make any laws needed to carry out their duties in government, like labor management or interstate highways. Inherent powers are those inherent to the national government because, well, they're the national government. These powers include issues like immigration or acquiring territory.
Oh, okay, my love. I understand these delegated powers for the national government, but what about the regions? Doesn't the USA have 50 states? What are their powers?
Those are called reserved powers, which are powers not granted to the national government, but not denied to the states. These include marriage, gambling, alcohol, prostitution laws, in addition to controlling public education and conducting elections.
So if the reserved powers are for the states, then what do they call the powers strictly for the national government?
Ah, my dear, you are so smart. Those powers exercised by the national government alone are called exclusive powers. These include coining money, declaring war, regulating trade, and establishing post offices.
Are there any powers shared by the national and state governments?
Yes, great question again. You are well on your way to becoming a founding mother for Padamyawaka's federalist structure. These powers shared by the national and state governments are called concurrent powers, which include maintaining law and order, borrowing money, taking land for public use, and providing for public welfare.
I have one last question, my dear. We've been talking a lot about the powers granted to national government, but are there any powers the national government is denied?
Well, you took the word right off my sandpaper tongue, called the denied powers. These denied powers are basically the U.S.'s Bill of Rights that protect their citizens from what the Founding Fathers deemed were human rights and could not be controlled by the federal government. For example, the First Amendment states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridges the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Here, the government is denied the power to intervene on the citizens' religious practices, the press, speech, peacefully assemble, or petition.
Well, I like the way federalism sounds. I can only handle one grumpy cat at a time, and I think this system will help make Padamyauka the governing body it was destined to be. Thank you, my dear. Let's make this world a better place.